Hello, welcome to Anime's another weekly roundup of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. This is the 22nd to 26th of July 2025. Quite a few figures, again, like normal, that we get from AmiAmi since we've obviously had the Smile Fest last month. So we're getting a lot of those pre-orders coming out now. And we've got one hobby tomorrow actually being covered. So I think when I see some coverage on Ruru Berries from that, then I'll start doing a video of that. So that'll probably be sometime next week. So expect that, see what other, since One Hobby will have a lot more, unlike Smilefest, which is a Good Smile company, One Hobby will have a lot of other manufacturers that aren't just under Good Smile for that. So look forward, that should be actually good coverage, and we should see a lot more figures that are going to be released in the next year or two. So I think that'll be a lot more exciting in terms of coverage for that. But yeah, so getting into the AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Again, comment, like, and subscribe, and links for these figures will be in the description down below, apart from the NSFW section figures, which are at the end of the video. Okay, starting. Girls in Panza. Shizuka Suruki. But I don't really see a lot of girls in Panza figures, but I actually had a look with the link here. There's actually quite a few figures, which I didn't realise. So it is quite a popular series. A mate of mine actually has watched Girls in Panza, and he really enjoys it. So yeah, I just thought I'd cover this figure since I don't really see a lot of at least scale figures pop up from this IP. It's by Kai Tendo for 22,770 yen, January 2026. I do like the outfit. It's pretty simple. You know, sort of outward girl aesthetic. You know, Robin Hood. Sorry, not Robin Hood. Red Riding Hood kind of vibes I'm getting. Sorry, from this. So yeah, I really like the outfit and like the design. And the face is fine. She's a bit mean and looks like looking in this face, but she does have multiple face plates. Well, one additional face plate, a really weird, scary one, more scary than the just I don't know. I guess isn't this facial expression she has in game or in the anime, so potentially is canon, I suppose. But yeah, this figure looks fine. Actually, looks really good, and I'm glad Kai Tendo is going into other IPs, not just other OC designs. More well-established figure IPs. Then we got Tenotar Tool, Yuki Suo from Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. By Fury, 11,000 yen, March 2026. So these are quite large figures because they're Tenotar Tool lineup, but their paint job and that will be obviously a bit more prize figure quality. I do like the design. I'm a sucker for sort of these cowl print bikini outfits. So I've got a couple of binding figures that are cowl themed coming in in the next few months. So yeah, I do like this design. I do like the outfit. Hair looks pretty good. Looks pretty just bog standard fine figure, I think, for 11,000 yen. And then there's a size comparison here of a half-litre bottle of some drink. You can see they're tools in that, so they're probably about 1/6 scale. And as you can see, you got Alia herself as well. Definitely a lot more cute. Definitely, I think the stockings definitely add to this figure, and the hair's quite nice, and obviously the milk bottle definitely adds to the figure as well. So she's a lot more cute than the other character. So I think I'd prefer this one overall, but they're both very cute looking figures. Up for pre-order. This one's March 2026 as well. Then we've got Cammy Bunny version court scale by Fring, 38,500 yen, December 2025. This one I quite like actually. I think Cammy's a fan favourite from Street Fighter 6, so a lot of people really like this, and I think the pose and the sculpting in this one's better than the other Street Fighter ones, especially Chun-Li with her leg up in the air vertical thing. That's really weird, and I think the leg definitions, musculature is just really up there on that figure. So I can definitely see this one being a lot more appealing, especially, you know, the combat boots that she's got going on, the pose, the musculature, you know, the torso muscles and that lot being all taut and ripped. So yeah, she's very nice, very, like, even though she's looks like she could definitely end you, she's definitely still very sexy and appealing in this outfit. And I do like the facial expression as well, and the hair as well in this figure. So yeah, I like the overall design. Putting Cammy in a B style, definitely the more successful one compared to the other Street Fighter ones, in my opinion anyways. So I think this one's worth pre-ordering potentially if you're going to get a Street Fighter Fring figure. Blue Archive Haneko, 1/7 by Max Factory, 21,800 yen, August 2026. Obviously the two big melons with semi-translucent shirt is definitely very nice, and the hose wrapped around is a nice touch, and the pump actually, well, is that the pump? Yeah, manual pump for that, groundwater. So yeah, it looks nice. I do like it a lot. Yeah, just very nice, pretty sexy looking figure. If you don't, even if you don't play Blue Archive, and I do like multiple face plates as well. Actually, just noticed. She's got a happy face and a more grinning face. So yeah, I think definitely worth worth getting, especially if you're into swimsuit figures. And Max Factory, fantastic manufacturer. Anyways, I've obviously got a couple of their figures. My Chun-Li's my first one, and she was impeccable, really. So yeah, I've got no qualms about the quality of this figure. A binding figure, Mero Neono 1/6, 33,000 yen, January 2026. Pretty simple Neko themed binding figure. 1/6 scale, I think, is a bit of a letdown. I don't like what Binding and Fring are doing, going into 1/6 to try and justify a 33,000 yen price, which I think they're just using it as a way to, push up the price of their quarter scales to over 40,000 yen. But yeah, it's also that it's just a pretty box standard Binding figure, Neko themed. Yeah, she looks okay overall, not too bad. Lying down, the fishnets are quite wide opened as well on this one. Yeah, she looks fine. I think it's just 1/6, 33,000 yen. Pretty simple binding figure, really. Then we go Kanto Shizuku quarter scale by Union Creative for 42,900 yen. September 2026, quite a way, over a year. So this is a quarter scale. She stands at 36 centimeters in height. It's actually a bit on the shorter side for a quarter scale, but I think that's down to the scale of the character. She's a bit more on the of a short stack, I would say. Cast off, her in her underwear, fair enough. Do like the scarf, like the hair shading on the hair. Very cute Neko themed figure if you want a Neko character. And I do like the jumper sweater that she's wearing as well. And there is also Kurumi as well, quarter scale by Union Creative, 42,900 yen, August 2026. So definitely over a year. Yeah, but not leaving a lot to the imagination. Obviously, some sort of a sauna, onsen themed figure, I think. Yeah, she looks really good. Definitely. I think overall you'll be buying this for obvious reasons because of the semi-translucent towel that she's got in her mouth, which is obviously removable if you want her fully cast off. So yeah, I think fine. 44,000 yen. Yep. I don't know if it sort of changes with temperature, but I think it's just removable. Outdoor hot spring style base. 39 centimeters in height for this figure. So still a bit on the short side compared to B styles that I have, which are over 40 centimeters. Yeah, she looks fine. I think if you're after a cast off or you're going for an onsen themed figure, then you can use this as a centerpiece at least. Guilty Gear Strive Giovanna by Union Creative, 30,940 yen. What scale is this? Doesn't give me a scale, but about 27.5 centimeters in height, so probably 1/7. Yeah, probably about 1/7 in height. But I do like this sort of spirit wolf animal behind her. It's really nice, and her actual paint shading is very nice as well. They've actually done some highlights on the outfit, I think, where you can sort of see blue on the skirt, or at least on this long skirt. The blue being given off by the wolf spirit animal. They've done some edge highlighting there to actually show the energies. As you can see here, this is a bit better shot actually, to show the blue light emitting from the spirit summon. Yep, Simon. I'm a bit busy at the moment. Yeah, body sculpt looks really good. Facial, the paint job looks really good as well on this figure. It's a very nice looking figure, and I haven't played Guilty Gear, but this is a very nice looking figure. I think probably is worth the 31,000 yen as long as the final product is actually close to this prototype, because this prototype is immaculate. PopUp Parade SP Overlord Einzeln Gold. This is a re-release for 11,700 yen, January 2026. Yeah, if you missed him, get him. He's a very fantastic figure to have, especially if you're an Overlord fan. A very nice looking PopUp Parade figure. Then we've got SP Boulders Gate 3 The Emperor as well, 11,700 yen, January 2026. Very nicely detailed. Loving the his armor and a lot of the texture that they've got going on is extremely nice. So yeah, very nicely painted figure. I think this is very worth getting hold of if you're a D&D fan or played Boulders Gate 3. Arms Note, Jirai-chan Light Equip version 1/7 by Fat Company, 28,600 yen, August 2026. So multiple faceplates, or at least you can have, so winking face or with a mask on. Like the frills, sculpting looks really good, paint job looks really good. Is it 29,000 yen? Possibly. There's not tons of shading, with it being like greys and whites. But the sculpting and all the folds and and pleats are really nicely done, so it is very good. And the legging shading there is actually really nicely detailed. The hair looks very good as well, and the face looks really nice. So it is a very nice looking figure. If you want to go a bit beyond that, you can get the complete version with her, carrying this luggage and having all these other tactical gear, I guess you could say, with her. I think the other one doesn't come. Oh, she does have the weapon in the number one, but yeah, it gets some extra equipment. 35,000 yen though, so 6,000 yen more, or possibly, depends on your personal taste. I think it does add to the figure a lot. Obviously, the base is very lackluster on this one. I think that's the only thing. The figure looks really good, but the base is just like nothing there. So, Monster High. Bashojo Draculara 1/7 by Kurumi, 18,810 yen, January 2026. Okay, cool. Simon's noted there. Yep, it's one of those Bashojo horror. Well, it's not even the horror ones. It's a monster themed one now. Looks good. They've always been really good. It's just down to personal taste. If you've fallen in love with the design, the Bashojo Fi of the fit character, then yeah, this one I do quite like. But I think the horror ones landed a bit better personally, rather than this Monster High version. B-Style Azure Lane, Strasbourg, Fury of the Race Circuit, by Fring, 39,600 yen. That's January 2026. So I do like the outfit. The whole sort of sci-fi metallics aesthetic is very nice. Yeah, I do like the sculpt work. The hair looks really nice as well in this one. Fring have done a much better job with the hair sculpting and paint job compared to New Jersey. Whether this one is cast off like Taiho and Bremerton, I don't know. There could be a bit of speculation on that one, whether this is cast off. There is a bit of a gap here on the underboob on the side, so could be cast off. People might be securing their pre-orders just to try and confirm maybe when we get closer to the time, especially if you combine it with other orders. So you get it sort of the invoice later towards the end of the month, then you might be able to know and cancel it potentially nearer the time. Yeah, she looks really good. Definitely a step up from what Fring have done in the past. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Shim Shimeu Yui by Kari, 1/6 scale, 20,810 yen, December 2025. Pretty cute nightwear figure. Face is a bit flat. Yeah, she looks okay. Not cast off, I don't think. It's a pretty simple design though. Overall, 1/6 scale though is quite nice. 21,000 yen. Depends. I don't know the IP, so I can't really say. I think this is more of an OC. And then we've also got a partner in crime, Hoshimiya as well, AmiAmi. This one's probably a bit more attractive, but I think that might be just down to the pose. Yeah, looks fine, okay. The base is obviously pretty lackluster with it being a fake fur sort of base. The pillows are a nice touch, but yeah, pretty simple figure I think overall. Like the concept, but I think it's whether you're interested in this theme of figures is down to the collector. Then we've got another Animeatster figure, First Business Mari Hanamiya by PopQin, 1/6, 5,430 yen, April 2026. So I do kind of like this one. I think a lot of the Animeatster ones I do like. Yeah, it looks like you can remove the sort of leggings or jogger buttons that she has. Okay. Does it mention down here? Cast off at your own risk. White canvas sneakers. Alternative face part. Panty stockings base figure. Okay. So, yes. So you do have the option to remove that, I suppose. Yeah, pretty sexy looking figure. Shopkeeper. Yeah, she looks fine, I think. Again, it's one of those ones you treat it like an OC. The price is also very good. But a lot of the Animeatster, the ones they've sort of gone down a bit more in the pre-owned section, so you probably can hold off, to be honest, and save another 1,000-ish yen getting her pre-owned. Fairy Tales Final Series as a Scarlet 1/8 by Belfine, 22,060 yen, October 2026. So this one kind of looks like two figures, obviously because like the different arm options and the different torso option, but it's the same face for this. But no, it is one figure. You just have the option to remove obviously arm have different hand options and or less armor, I guess, typically without the flag. I think a lot of people will obviously display her with the armor because this armor painting is very nicely done. I do like the face. The hair sculpting is a bit simpler. It's not as finely grained as what you could get. But yeah, I do like the flag as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people will definitely prefer the armored version of her than the non-armored version. But at least they give you that as the option. I think 22,000 yen is a good price. And it was always good to have her as a Scarlet anyway. She's always a fantastic character to do. A lot of the previous ones have been hit and miss though, unfortunately. YuGiOh 5D's Jack Atlas 1/7 by Mikuni, the Master of Faster, if you're into YuGiOh, 29,700 yen, March 2026. Plays Red Dragon Archfiend as his main boss monster. Very nice YuGiOh detailing, looks really good. I think they've captured this character in his entirety from the anime, so yeah, very nice looking figure. And I think 30,000 yen is a bit on the more expensive side, but he's got his massive jacket, obviously, which is quite a bit of plastic, and his dueling disc is a lot more intricate compared to the older dueling discs from the original Duel Monsters characters. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Do like him a lot. Yeah, extremely nice. If I did collect a lot more, or was going to do a lot more into YuGiOh figures, then I probably would get this figure. Fantasia series Hellsing Commander 1/6 by Reverse YuGiOh, 11,380 yen. This one like seems more like a resin statue in terms of concept because of the outfit, but this is a very sexy looking figure. Very nice bunny suit design, extremely tight figure design as well. But I like this a lot. I think a lot of people will fall in love with this. Yeah, I really do hope this actually gets a cast-off option, to be honest, in the future. Would be nice. Just take the same figure, blow up to quarter scale, binding, let binding do the job work. Yeah, 11,380 yen. Yep, very nice looking figure, I think, for that price. Twice the price of what an Animeatster figure is, but this paint job and design looks really nice compared to Animeatster. Whether it's twice the price, don't know. Lena Bunny version 1/7 by Aniplex, 24,200 yen. August 2026. Releasing in October. Very cute bunny figure. I really like the hair and the pose in this one compared to other just bunny suit figures. At least she's a bit more dynamic as well, or just standing there with the 2 feet planted. Yeah, very nice flow to this figure. Very nice looking figure. I don't really own any Aniplex figures, so I can't see how they are personally. Bochi the Rock, Nijika Ijiki 1/7 by Aniplex, 28,000 yen, July 2026. So this one is not as nice, but for the extra few thousand yen, you get obviously a massive drum set, much bigger, elaborate bass as well. Yeah, I think the figure is obviously a downgrade, but the rest of the environmentals, the instruments, and whatnot definitely elevate the figure. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Looks like Aniplex is doing with this one. If you're massive into Bochi, probably worth getting hold of, especially considering you're going to want instruments and stuff on your shelving next to other Bochi Rock figures, anyways. Since a lot of them have guitars and other instruments with them, so you probably don't see a lot of figures with drum sets being produced, anyways, these days. Bungo Stray Dogs, Osamu Daiza, Daiza, I can't remember. Kimono version, 1/7 by Good Smart Shanghai, 15,500 yen, May 2026. Daiza is a very nice looking figure. Of their fan favourite for a lot of people. Bungo Stray Dogs is an amazing anime, definitely worth watching. I've only watched the first 2 seasons. Don't bite my head off. I've not caught up with the other season 3 and 4. Yeah, very nice looking figure, I think, and I think 15,000 yen is actually a very good price for this, with the sort of, like, it's got a simple, bridge arm archway on the back, but it adds to the figure. It's pretty simple overall, but the detailing is very nice on it, so you can definitely tell that they've put a lot of effort into this figure and the concept as a whole, between base and figure. Then we've got Monogatari series, Hitaki Remaster Project, 1/7 by Good Smile Company, 22,000 yen, September 2026. This is a re-release. She was released a number of years ago, and the price was pretty high on that one in the aftermarket. So this is definitely going to help people who've missed out on getting this from the Monogatari series. And obviously Monogatari is a very popular series, anyways. So yeah, a lot of people. This was like a grail for a lot of people, so definitely now that there's a re-release, a lot more people will be very happy as well. And for 22,000 yen is a very good price for it, to be honest, especially with the age of the figure previously, anyways. So yeah, whether remaster means they have touched up the mold, probably, so there's going to be some differences between the older ones, so you might want to wait and see if someone does a comparison video between the two. But I don't know how many people out there. MFC will probably be the best to actually look at that. There might be some collectors out there that have both versions, and they'll do comparison photos on MFC. So definitely go to the entry on MFC and like that and follow that for comments when she gets released next year. Then we've got Kidicol Data Live Kurumi, Fantasia 30th Anniversary Renewal by Kalakawa, 19,600 yen, February 2026. So definitely a lot more flamboyant dress than what we normally see with Kurumi. Yeah, black and white version rather than her red outfit, red and black. So the colour dynamic is quite nice. Yeah, I do like the balance. Very nice figure, I think, overall. 30,000 yen, potentially. But there are so many Kurumi figures out there, so just pick and choose what one you prefer. Then we've got The Angel Next Door Spores Me Rotten, Sheena Tea Party version, 20,790 yen by Katakawa, February 2026. Pretty simple, elegant figure. Like the shoes, like the outfit. She looks fine, I think, for 21,000 yen, 1/7 scale. Yeah, it's just an elegant figure, I think, with a pretty nice chair, although it's white. It's just a box standard white chair. Then we go to Zaki-chan, Suki Usuzaki Cowl Bikini, 1/7 by Wave, 19,900 yen, May 2026. So multiple faceplates with this one, open eyes or closed eyes. Sculpting obviously is very nice. Cowl print again is another one of those upcoming themes that we're getting now. These cowl themed figures, very sexy cowl themed figures, really. But yeah, I like this a lot. The cowl horns and ears are a nice touch. So yeah, very accurate, and I think a lot of people would quite like this figure. Very much in the busty line. I don't know which face you would prefer. I think I prefer the open eyes one personally. Yeah, very nice looking figure. Then we got Goddess of Victory, Nikkei Modernia, Second Affection, for 26,800 yen. Outstanding outfit. Very like this design. especially the fact if you can remove the actual lower dress parts. Obviously, this is a very nice skimpy outfit if you show her like that. I don't think she comes with the full... Oh, she does come with the armaments. So yeah, a lot of armaments come as extras. Just a very nice looking figure. Giving Azure Lena a run for their money, I think. Goddess of Victory is Nikki. So yeah, very nice looking figure. I think a lot of people will be potentially picking this one up. I think a lot of the past Goddess of Victory ones I've just sort of gone over, to be honest. But this design is very alluring and very nice, and I do like the face overall. I think the framing of the face is very nicely done. Then we go to Lyricus Recall 1/7. Takina Inoue band version by Spirit Tail, 23,100 yen, February 2026. I do like this sort of band theme as well overall. It's definitely them not in their standing outfit, obviously. I do like this concept. And it looks like her arm, it looks like the actual crosses are either sculpted on or the actual fabric. So that's a nice touch as well from Spirit Tail. Yeah, very nice. I like the pose, like the outfit, and like the attitude as well with this figure. Very nice. Then we've also got obviously Chisato. Again, I like the band outfit. I think band outfits are kind of hit and miss depending on personal tastes. But yeah, I'd like this one a lot. Very rocker. And again, I like the sort of stocking as well. Looks like that's real fabric as well. Very nice designed, and I do like the paint. Hair is probably not as nicely shaded, but and I think there's not really any shading anywhere on the figure. But the detail in the paintwork seems very top notch with both these figures. February 2026 for that one, and I think they're both the same price. Yep, same price. So probably worth getting a hold of if you're a massive Lyricus Recall fan. Now we go into the NSFW section. So these links will not be in the description down below. We've got Sio Konu, original character, 1/6 by Rocket Boy, 29,150 yen, January 2026. So obviously she's taking a picture in an exposing position. Yeah, body sculpting looks quite nice. Overall paint job like a lot, and I like the outfit. I do quite like the facial expression, and the hair is very nicely detailed and sculpted. So yeah, very nice looking figure, I think overall. Yep, I think nothing else. You don't get many options, other options with this one. Oh, okay, you get some toys to have down below, but no other hand options or facial expressions. Nope. So just fully cast off. I think the mirror is included actually. Full body mirror as well if you want. So you could have her facing away from you, and then just have the mirror, and you look at obviously the mirror potentially, or you make your own mirror if you prefer to do that. So either way, you've got two uniques. You've got two display options. One's obviously a bit more unique than the other. Dai Elko Konig 1/5 by this is an Asanagi design by Space Mogura, 28,800 yen, February 2026. This design is obviously fantastic. I definitely can see it's definitely in the same Asanagi design. Extremely sexy looking figure. Love the pose, love the paint job, and the skin tone, blue skin tones. Obviously, you don't really see that often. So yeah, devil, I guess, kind of design. Yeah, very nice looking figure. Like the pose, and obviously fully cast off as well. So yeah, no toy options. Pretty simple overall. You know, chest exposed or chest and nether region exposed or not exposed. We have two options, but yeah, very sexy looking figure. I think definitely worth potentially getting a hold of. Then we've got Jewel Made Bikini 1/6 by Lechery, 25,200 yen, January 2026. Very simple bikini made figure. You know, kind of MILF aesthetic. I'm guessing you're getting here as well. You know, big rear end, big chest area, and a bit more of a ditz, I guess you could say. She looks fine overall, pretty simple. Facial expression looks okay. Yeah, she looks fine. Pretty bog standard, I think. And there is a illustration, or the version that comes with an acrylic plate for an extra 2,000 yen. Probably not worth it, to be honest, because you don't get any other extra bonuses. Yeah, they're fine. I think just it depends on you personally. If you're into bikini made figures, then you got this one. It's just very simple, I think, for the kind of price you're spending for a cast-off figure. Whereas the Asanagi ones, obviously, it's a bit more expensive, but this one's a lot more unique. Definitely a lot more eye-catching, and just stands out in your collection a lot more. Definitely much more of an attention grabber. And then we've got Foot Bath Idia DX version, 1/6, by Deities Collector, 23,710 yen, April 2026. So, do you like the outfit, especially the lingerie is very nice touch. Like the hair sculpting and shading is very nicely done. Obviously the foot bath is a very nice touch as well, and the stool is very nicely detailed. So yeah, very nice figure, I think, overall. And I do like the sort of muted face colouring as well, and the eye decals. So yeah, I like it. And then fully cast off chest area if you want, for display purposes, I think, and nether region. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I think for the price, pretty good. Overall, definitely better than the maid that we looked at earlier. And then there's a DX edition, which comes with a wall scroll. So an extra 2,000 yen, you get wall scroll. Probably just save yourself the 2,000 yen, use that, put that towards the shipping cost. And that does it for this week of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Thanks, bye.